So basically, in my research, what I found out is that when these people start doing this dark web tech psycho kind of shit, essentially what they're doing is they're doing bitch moves off the person that they voyeur. Okay? So, since they basically do a theoretical idea that exists in theoretical methodologies that I would do to people as a little boy that would essentially do the same idea at me as a little boy. This is the wizard's way of bitch braiding them. So, how to make a dumb pedophile incest bitch self bitch brain themselves to be the wizard's stupid bitch. Essentially, what they'll be doing is that theoretically I'll do something, whatever it is, a video or smoke a cigarette or something like that, drink coffee or something, and then bitch will do this, which will be the diametric opposite of some sort. So then essentially they spend years sometimes voyeuring somebody, and that over time they start to naturally instantly do a bitch move. And so when that happens, that's where essentially then you attempt to find something that they would do, like eating pork. And then in their little tech psycho system, most of them eat pork. And then essentially they get all fucking crazy about when you find concise like ideas. It's like, or like when I all of a sudden do like smart computer science, then it like years and years of them doing this stuff, then a lot of them are in IT or considered people that are smart at computer science, the tech psychos. They'll be in some intellectual computer science kind of way with their group or something like that. And that then they're always smart about computer science. They won't bitch move. But see, when they do this voyeur shit like this, basically if you find certain aspects, like knowing about Buddhism or something, okay? It essentially, they can't maintain their tech psycho position if they're not constantly bitch moving off of their voyeur's target that they're doing some sort of torture to in some theoretical way. And that once you figure out, once you get their mind trained on instantly doing that, they essentially are able to rise. And then when they get up there, then you can isolate certain stuff that then part of getting up there has some intellectual aspects to it. And then that is essentially where you basically speak about what they're intellectual about. And then usually they end up having to maintain, they have to speak against what they've already been telling people in chat. And then it causes them to get all psycho-y because they need to maintain their little tech psycho position. But then everybody starts to notice them speaking against what they were telling people in the past. And then they start losing influence over people. And that then essentially a lot of their blackmail prevention stuff has them like needing to be getting up there, and then they essentially, in these like seals that they build for their speakers, they start to lose people because everybody starts to realize that when they start talking against all the stuff that they were telling people just to be maintaining their little spot, a lot of these hackers know that those people end up 100% of the time being a theoretical tech psycho. And so when you stumble upon them, they'll already be doing their own bitch braining to themselves by bitch moving and training their psyche to be thinking about the diametric bitch move to everything and everything. And that there'll be certain things that they'll know that they can't bitch move to. When they don't, then it lowers them. And then essentially everybody ends up like being noticed because they essentially claim that they need to do this voyeur bitch moving shit, okay? And that they don't have to. They're just doing it to maintain like a tech psycho dark web cell. And so this is essentially where if you end up being targeted by these tech gaslighting methods, like I researched what the indicators are. It's kind of like earlier they were doing like this stuff in like a lesser way. And see, that's the kind of shit, because I wasn't actually doing the two thumbs. But that they were like hacking it like this. Now that's the kind of stuff, that's one of the tech gaslighting kind of ideas. See, they like to do little minimal stuff that certain people will notice and stuff. And then they like to call the person crazy for noticing it. And so people that do that are tech psychos. Okay? They do that. Tech gaslighting is one of their methodologies. And there's a whole, it's kind of like I was posting like how they were preventing like an upload of a video. I took a picture and I put it on SimilarWorlds, and then I was like, well, there's an upload. And it's like, well, who the fuck are you, tech psycho? Why are they even commenting? And see, that is kind of what it is. And so you can tell this is where the research that I do from ClearNet is essentially there has to be ways that prevent people, because a lot of what they do is they get people to blackmail into their tech psycho shit. And so the government is, well, I do my own because I'm not going to blackmail in, and they keep doing it all the time and shit. So I attempt to figure out strategies and this stuff. And stuff that messes them up behind their dumb little pedophile veil. And so that is where sooner or later there's, I mean, what used to be one person here and there has turned into everybody kind of doing that stuff. And so it's this where they normally do it at fucking their child victims so that they can call them crazy. The thing about Satan is that they're usually pedophiles, and they usually go after little children, and that they like to do things to the little child because they're all paranoid of the child narking them off. And that then they groom the child and stuff, and then they sit around grooming the child, and then they come up with lies and manipulations about the people that would fuck over those fucking people and destroy their fucking brain in every fucking way. And it's like, I wonder, do they call Lena crazy? I wonder. Because If she ever saw, in like a conscious way, anybody doing anything bad to our little boy, then you might not realize that little bitch, she'd fucking gouge your fucking eyes out. See, deep inside women, it's a vicious, horrible woman. Vicious, horrible woman that if she was conscious to you people ever doing that to our boy, she would fucking murder all of you. She would. That's what makes her a beautiful witch. So, just remember that when people call people crazy, Lena is not crazy at all. She's done some stupid things in her life. She's been told some stupid, retarded shit by friends of hers and shit. But, in the end, she is not crazy. And that anybody that sits around, you know what? When you stick your wiener in there and live next to that person for 7 years, that intimacy gives somebody who is a genius at psychology the ability of determining crazy. A lot more than your guys' like demon pedo touch off the demon shit. So just remember that, yeah, I know that Lena has problems in her life, but she is not crazy. And that just like she knows that I had problems in my life also, and she knows that I'm not crazy either. But anybody that sits around with touching off the demon, pedo, fucking weird, fucking retard shit, calling people crazy. See, if you're touching off the demons, they're fatty, fat, then you're a fucking retard that doesn't know shit about psychology and your opinion doesn't fucking matter. What does she do that's so crazy? Why don't you tell her to her face? Oh, perhaps these side groups or discussions of people that aren't intellectuals about psychology, apparently their opinion means something, huh? So, if you guys turned my witch crazy, she wasn't crazy when I was with her. Oh yeah, she was trying to hide her little second little affair stuff from me, but yeah, that'll kind of make somebody a little... That kind of paranoia of me finding out stuff, that'll cause people to have some emotional issues. It will. It will. Just like somebody that destroys your, like, trust in them, that causes any spouse to have emotional issues. And that since everybody's neurotic normal and never shows any real emotion, people that show real emotions that have people destroying their trust in them in an intimate relationship, or people that are paranoid about, like, the Target parking lot or that type of stuff. See, that type of stuff. See, the paranoia of me finding out about the extra stuff that she didn't speak out of her fucking mouth at me about. See, that kind of stuff causes any normal person to have an emotional issues and shit. Just like somebody that you thought was being loyal and trustworthy, sitting behind the scenes, meeting up with people and having sex and shit when she was supposed to be monogamous. That'll cause a loving husband that spends his devotion time all time doing whatever the fucking witch wants and destroying the trust. That'll cause a husband to also have emotional problems. Do you guys understand what happens? Or is everybody in an open relationship that doesn't give a fuck about loyalty and devotion? Because the things that Lena was afraid was that she was being a skeezy. And that she didn't want me to view her in that way, okay? So that'll kind of cause people that paranoia of me finding out, people threatening her and shit, and people that I knew threatening her and shit. That'll cause somebody to have some emotional issues based on the paranoia. So just remember that what you people view as crazy is literally normal. See, lots of people have affairs, and lots of people leave out some extra skanky skeeziness. I mean, if you guys really want to like delve into some sort of like theory, I mean, she's not gonna care. This is my life. I can talk about my life all I fucking want. I am not restricted from speaking about my own personal experience. I could probably write a book on the effects of polyamory and how it destroys marriages in the world. A personal account by a man that showed utmost loyalty and devotion to his wife. So just remember, you people are fucking dumb. So just remember that I know exactly who does the bitch moves. And I know exactly why they do their little bitch moves. And you see that I know everything about what they do behind the veil. And I know exactly who I'm talking about. Bitch.